Hey friends, Randy Wheeler here. Hope you're doing well today. Hey, my dad's gonna hate this video. You're probably like, why are you telling me this? Well, because I'm gonna talk about one of the best receivers for the San Francisco 49ers. And I'm gonna share, I was just reading recently a article on him, a short little interview in the back of a Harvard Business Review magazine that I received. And they asked him multiple questions, and when I read through that, I want to share that with you because I think there's some great leadership principles that we can draw out of it. And since it's going to be a little longer, I got my whiteboard kind of thing going on for you today. So one of the first things was Jerry Rice was a worker. He worked hard. What do I mean by that? That he worked hard? Well, as a kid, he'd go to work at 7 a.m. with his dad, and then he'd go to 2 hours of football practice, and then he'd run 5 miles home. He developed a work ethic. And then he goes to college, he gets drafted into the league, and he's having struggles. He's dropping passes, the media's getting on him. They're like, Bill Walsh, why'd you recruit this guy? He doesn't deserve to be in the league. But he had people around him. People like Joe Montana, the legendary quarterback, Ronnie Lott, who was saying, hey, you just keep practicing hard. You keep pushing yourself, and you're going to be one of the best of all time. See, the second thing that he had encouragement. So he worked hard, he had encouragement, and then they asked him, okay, you had this success. What went from there, having that success? How did you kind of motivate younger people? How did you come around and mentor those younger people? And one of the things he said, hey, I'd catch a pass, a 5-yard pass, and I'd run the 95 yards to the end zone. You see, what he was an example. He was an example to those around him. He led by not only what he maybe said, which I don't know what he would say, but I'm sure he said stuff, motivating things from time to time, but he demonstrated by his actions. He was an example, which not only helped probably the younger players, but also the veterans. It pushed them as well. Now, what happens with the team? I was talking recently with a group of leaders in a team, and some of the challenges is how do we get the team to come together? How do we get them to work well together? And one of the key things that he said was, I got to invest time. He said, I would spend time with the other players, try to get to know their strengths, get to know their weaknesses, and then they would kind of talk about situations and scenarios. What I'd call is shop talk. So what I'd call this principle is the investing time principle. So he worked hard. When failure hit, when things were even hard on the team, he would work even harder with adversity. He leaned into the encouragement of those around him when it was difficult, and I can imagine that as his career went on, he was that source of encouragement for younger players. He was an example by what he did, and he invested time in growing those relationships with those that he played with. So you look at these 4 areas: hard work, encouragement, being an example, investing time. How are you doing in those areas with people you lead? Are you a good example of doing the work that needs to be done, working hard and hopefully smart, not just putting in hours and really doing nothing, but putting in hours and getting results like Jerry Rice did? Are you investing time in the people around you to strengthen those relationships so people want to follow you as a leader? That you're not just a taskmaster, but you're somebody that they want to follow. You're leading at what John Maxwell calls that permission level. And then also, What are you doing to encourage those around you? And who's encouraging you? Take a minute, think of those areas: hard work, encouragement, being an example, and investing time, and ask yourself, which one of these do I need to grow in? If you need help thinking into it, reach out to me. I'd love to help you in any way I can. In the meantime, continue to grow as a leader and lead well. And share this with others that you think may benefit from it. Have a great day. If you're not getting these in your inbox, go to WheelerCoachingSystems.com, click on free ebook, and get it today. Have a great day. Lead well.